Everyone. We are here to introduce our brand new podcast, Character Clinic.
I'm Haley,
And I'm Karla.
and we are going to be talking about some of our favorite, most relatable, maybe most resented fictional characters, talking about the things that we notice, like their emotional struggles, their interpersonal issues, and things that they go through in general. And we're going to be talking about what we notice as counselors and what we might offer to them and work with them on if we got to be their therapists.
Yeah, so we are both licensed mental health counselors in the state of Texas. My area of focus is OCD and anxiety disorders, including things like social anxiety, panic disorder, generalized anxiety. I believe that we can be anxious and do things anyway. So I think it's important to do the things that scare you, even when they make you really anxious. And I help my clients do just that.
Yeah, and I also look at ways that people might be affected by depression, anxiety, and other difficulties in recovery from childhood abuse, partner abuse, those kinds of things that people might experience. And I focus on things that can come from that, like perfectionism, people pleasing, difficulty setting boundaries. But I also focus on processing grief and queer and trans issues. And I see people across the lifespan as children, teens, or adults.
So, Haley, tell our audience a little bit about why we decided to start this podcast in the first place.
Well, we noticed that we have those characters that we find that we really relate to. And a lot of the time, it's really, really common to see fictional characters on the screen, in your books, wherever you might find them, and relate with them or resonate with them really strongly because they go through similar things that you've gone through. And if we were to have the opportunity to sit down and talk about those common struggles through a counselor's lens and talk about naming some of the things that these people go through, that these characters go through, and describing what they're experiencing and what kind of help might be offered for that, then potentially people could benefit from that, find it really relatable and uplifting, and ideally really validating.
And it's also really important to us to be able to destigmatize and demystify the process of counseling, the therapeutic process, so that it feels less scary, less daunting, and a lot more approachable to anyone who might be listening to this or watching it.
Yeah, absolutely. So our plan is to upload episodes every other Thursday morning, and we are going to be talking about different characters, different maybe shows, movies, books, all kinds of different media, video game characters, even. So I would love if people maybe wanted to send in some of their favorite suggestions for who they'd love to hear us talk about.
Yeah, before we finish this, Haley, I'm curious about who you would like to either counsel or play as a character.
I would absolutely love to talk about Dean Winchester from Supernatural. That would be the episode I would be most looking forward to.
Yeah. For me, I would really like to counsel or be Flo from Progressive. I think she needs some work-life balance for sure. And yeah, whenever I see her, I'm like, she's so cheerful. I'd love to understand more about what's going on with her.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I think that could be really fun to combine with maybe some similar friends of hers, like Jake from State Farm or Mayhem from Allstate.
Yeah, the gecko from Geico, the duck from Aflac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a really fun episode.
All right. So we are really excited and we will see all of you soon.